Strava is suing Garmin, and it's not just over small stuff. This lawsuit goes after some of Garmin's most widely used features, including segments and heat maps, and asks the court to block sales of most Garmin fitness and cycling devices. As first detailed on DC Rainmaker's website, the case was filed on September the 30th in Colorado Federal Court. At the heart of it are two key patents. One covers the segments system, where users compete on GPS-defined sections of a road or trail. The other covers heat maps and popularity routing based on user activity. Strava claims Garmin used these ideas without permission and broke a cooperation agreement between the two companies signed back in 2015. Now, Garmin actually launched its own segments feature before that agreement, but Strava says the later implementation copied their system too closely. The lawsuit accuses Garmin of expanding its version beyond what was allowed, using Strava's approach as a blueprint for a direct competitor. Heat maps are the second battleground. Strava says its patents, granted in 2016 and 2017, protect how user data is turned into routing suggestions. Garmin's trendline and course tools, they argue, violate that. But Garmin had its own version of heat maps in Connect as far back as 2013, and others like RaceShape were already doing segment comparisons too. That history could complicate Strava's claim. The bigger picture here is a clash of ecosystems. Strava says it's lost revenue, lost brand value, and lost its competitive edge. And it's not just looking for money. The company wants Garmin banned from selling devices that include these disputed features. That would affect almost the entire Garmin range. The timing isn't random either. Strava had already warned Garmin about the alleged violations earlier this year. Tensions have been growing. Strava changed how its API works last year, upsetting many developers. Garmin responded in turn with its own brand guidelines and started building out Trails Plus, which is a subscription feature that looks a lot like Strava's premium tools. This feels like a strategic shift from Strava. The company is tightening control over its platform, possibly ahead of an IPO. Garmin, on the other hand, is pushing deeper into software and subscription services. Both are stepping on each other's toes. So what happens next? Well, Garmin hasn't responded publicly yet, but it has a history of hiding back in court. It owns thousands of patents and has the legal muscle to challenge Strava's claims. One likely move is asking for a patent review, aiming to invalidate what Strava is trying to protect. For now, nothing changes for users. Your Garmin device will still sync with Strava. Segments still work. But if this drags on or accelerates, the connection between the two platforms could fray. If Garmin decides to countersue, or if either side starts blocking API access, it could trigger major shifts across the fitness tracking space. This case might just be getting started.